EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watching now, Barney.
On second down, here's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Shifty Dion Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they got a man And it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 66 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A play fake. Now Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker. Because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Off play action, it's Webb. Thomas has got it, complete. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Webb. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw on 3rd down, Webb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it's much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is held in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Webb now from the gun. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And this one is incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Webb now. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They run. This is Lewis. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Webb. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb, he's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. .14 seconds, all that's left of this 1st half as they come up on 1st down. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake. Webb. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gun! Gun! Gun!
To throw again. Webb. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw without him. Man open left side, it's Williams. Williams loses the football, and that might be Titan football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off the play fake. Webb. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Webb. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. Dances by him. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 43 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Webb. And it's caught, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Hey. 4 down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Touchdown, LA! Derrick Henry, 31 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now a first down throw. Well, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Webb. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? From the gun, Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now a handoff to Henry. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Webb. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple.